doing cardio because we're trying to lose weight. When it comes to losing weight, the main contributor is gonna be your diet, which I need to fucking lock in because I am doing bad. I'm just kidding, not bad, I'm hard on myself. So I'm actually doing okay, I'm doing okay. When I say I'm doing bad, that means I fold. Sometimes, which is okay, you can get away with it and you can still make progress. But you are taking away progress with every bad mistake you make. So my goal is to get to where I can eat. It's so hard to talk and fucking bite. This is a horrible idea. Why am I doing this? I don't know. I do know, it's just a lot to fucking explain. And I'm out of breath, so I don't want to say. But I'll get there. I'll get to everything if I just record everything. I don't record enough. I wish I did. I wish I've been recording every day for a year plus, but I haven't been. So the best thing I can do is start now. There's been a lot that's happened since I recorded last. I used to love recording all the time, but I took a long break, mostly because I did a dirty bulk. Do not recommend, don't ever do it. Not like I did. Big mistake, but I learned from my lessons and I'm back now, okay? I was fat, now I'm skinny, okay? And we're getting skinnier. We're on the fucking bike and we are gonna be locking in on the diet. We're giving up all the sweets, okay? I just now decided that and I'm pissed at myself for it, but I already said it. I'm cutting 4K, no more sweets. Now, Fairlife shakes, I'm drinking the fuck out of those. Oh shit, I'm already feeling my legs. It is 9 a.m. I low-key woke up at 6, so I should have been here a lot earlier, but we're in here now, playing the best cards we're dealt. So, I think ideally I would want to burn a lot of calories on this bike, relay a lot of information to this camera, articulate myself better, and also just get practice. Because the reason I don't film myself is because I'm not comfortable with it, because I don't do it. I used to be comfortable with it because I did it. So now I gotta get comfortable with it again by just recording myself more frequently. I think I should talk about starting, right? Because the first step to any race is perhaps the most crucial, because you're not in the race if you don't take it. So if you're just observing from the sidelines, wanting to be in the race, you're not gonna get there by just that. You have to do more. You have to put yourself in the race, and then you have a chance. You don't even have a chance now. You're not even in the race. I need to talk to myself right now. So that's really what I need to do. How my inner self critique myself right now. I just need to be honest with my thoughts, listen back, and improve. What can I be doing better? There is a lot. What should I be doing better? What my best self requires. So there is a best version of myself that I can become if I do these things. What are these things? This is one of those things. So cardio, I need to be on my cardio game. I need to not set a number. I think I need to just make it no question that I've done enough cardio that day. Basically, where I feel like I'm definitely losing weight. In the cardio realm, diet-wise, that's gonna be a big majority of it, so I also have to be crucial on that. Best version of myself eats like a maniac. I think it's that time. I haven't ate yet today. I think I have had just the pre-workout, so we'll think of something healthy to eat. Lastly, I need to train harder. I'm training hard, but there is always harder. You are never at your full extent. You can always push yourself. That's why every single year there's an improved Mr. Olympian. But yeah, I need to just improve in all aspects. I need to look better, so I need to take care of myself. Do not neglect hygiene. Hygiene is super important. If you want to actually preserve your youth, prioritize hygiene. Have a skincare routine, teeth routine, and check the actual shit you're putting on your body. Look at the ingredients of whatever you use and do your due diligence on why you should use that or why you should not. How do I become the best version of myself? In order to do this, I must take the steps necessary. There is a version of my best self and there is a version of me, and there is a barrier in between the two. Each day that I take the steps in order to become this person, I will shorten the gap in between me and my peak self. What I must do is identify what these steps are that I must take every single day, and also identify what is limiting me, what is extending the gap. One example of what is limiting me for sure is TikTok scrolling. I literally woke up and spent an hour and 10 minutes on TikTok, scrolling. Disgusting. What is wrong with me? Like, this is so normalized to me, yet alone everybody else. It's fucking, it's disgusting. It's like, I can't put it any other way. Like, I gotta put it into it. It is bad, it's taking over my attention, and I need my focus, you know? Like, if you get robbed of your focus, what do you have? I'm going to be getting a really good workout today, at least that's what I'm saying, so it will happen. If you say maybe I will, maybe it will happen, but if you say it's gonna happen, you are gonna be a liar if you don't hold yourself accountable to your own word. I'm giving myself that incentive. I am going to have a good workout. I'm gonna burn some good calories, and I'm gonna stay in a deficit. The last one is the hardest for me. I'm really trying to get my diet intact, but if I wanna become the best version of myself, that is what I have to do. I pass crumble cookie every day. Every day. I can fold no longer. Also, relationships. Relationship is a big thing for me, so I've been focusing on relationships and just friendships mostly, but just making experiences. I hate days wasted that you don't even remember. They're gonna be a day of the past that didn't even exist because you didn't do anything besides scroll. I wanna make nights that I remember. Learning how to make friends and become a friendly person, like, it will make your life so much better, and I recommend it. Every single person is probably down to be your friend if you're nice enough to them. I feel like people are really kind of hard. They just don't understand what they don't know. So let them know you mean no harm, and know that you come with good intent. Family, of course, is important, probably number one. So health, family, finance. Finance-wise, I need to hold myself accountable to keeping a budget to invest in. I used to invest a lot more often. Just need to get back on that. I'm not gonna delve too much into finance, but fitness, relationships, we're gonna fucking ace this shit. Best version of myself. I see what he looks like. He looks shredded as fuck. I'm going to get there. And I must become smarter. I must become more wise. I have to learn more. In order to grow, you have to learn. I think the whole purpose is to grow. We spawn as babies, and then we become whatever we end up as. And some people end up as fucking insane legends. So that is also something I must focus on. I need to learn more. I haven't been reading as much as I have. I need to read more and just educate myself. Learn how to do more skills, more things that people get paid to do. If somebody else needs a job done and you know how to do it, you have an opportunity to make money.
Like I said earlier, I gotta get used to recording in public again. I used to do it all the time, so it was so easy to do. But now I kind of care more what other people think, which I hate saying because I try to not care what other people think all the time. But deep down, there is always those, counteracting thoughts giving you reason not to do it, not to just go with your initial thought, like reasons to limit yourself. And if you give a fuck what other people think, that's all you're doing is limiting yourself. So I about convinced myself just to not record. That was one excuse, but also like my microphone was dead. So I was going to be like, you know what? I could have just used everything else I recorded just as practice, and I'll start tomorrow. But no, I'm glad I convinced myself otherwise. We pulled out the camera, not caring what other people think, just focusing on what I want to do. So I'm filming this, and I decided I was just going to do a voiceover. So I'm doing these tricep pull downs. These are the ones that JPG first introduced. So as you see, I step forward and then I'm going to do this. But honestly, there wasn't enough weight. I should have added more, but I got a pretty good pump anyways, just from going slow and steady and just controlling it. So I realized that I need my full range of motion. So I adjust my grip. I bring it up so I get that full range of motion as well as dropping the weight. So now we're cooking. Now I'm getting even more of a pump. I have the previous pump, and now I'm amplifying it, keeping it going, not letting myself rest, and like I said, adding weight, going slow and steady. So if I just control it slow, just like this, same tempo, that burn is going to catch up. Then now I'll be in a peak burning stage, which of course, will result in more gains. So now that I can't really go anymore, I'm squeezing out any partials I can, trying to get the last of that activation and time to triple set. So I don't drop the weight, I just keep going, so I won't be able to do much. But since I'm already at such a high intensity, I'm going to be able to just go to failure once more in that short amount of time. So I'm trying to squeeze out the last one. Can't get it, but I get all the juice out. Now, if I had a spotter, I would definitely get so much of a better workout, and I'll show you how I do that in the future for sure. But this is not a bad set. Here's the pump. Not bad. Now I'm moving into unilateral, so that means one arm at a time. We're going to isolate my left tricep first. So what I'm doing here is fixating my elbow into a spot to where my arm is just kind of like a lever. Full extension, control it up, and as you see, my tricep is going up and down, staying contracted, staying engaged, just going through that full range of motion, accruing a pump. Now, unilateral usually takes more time, but there is a big benefit, and since I don't have a spotter here, I have my other arm available and I can spot myself. So once I get to a point to where I can't really get it down on my own, I can just assist myself with my other arm and then make myself do all the work that I can provide with my left tricep. So I really feel the burn there. It really pushes it past failure, I feel like. And now it's time to switch to the other arm. So readjust the angle. Yup. Readjust the grip. It's good. Elbow set, locked, ready. So slow and controlled. And I'm really squeezing my tricep. I'm not just doing the motion. I'm trying to get that mind muscle connection, because the more I squeeze the tricep in any position, if it's getting engaged, it's going to grow. It's going to be, just, you have to utilize your muscle in order to grow it. So I'm just trying to figure out the most optimal way to do that, which in my opinion is with a spotter, because a spotter or trainer or partner or whoever is with you is able to add the necessary resistance and assistance to take you way past failure. So I really fucking feel it here, shaking it out. So yeah, that was a nice tricep set, but I'm not done just yet. I am doing this V-bar push down now, and kind of the same idea, just keeping that constant tension, keeping that tricep engaged, chasing the burn, chasing the pump. So since my triceps have taken the toll of all the other sets beforehand, it is already in a good state right now. It doesn't take a lot to get it burning like crazy. Now, the pain you feel is a result of the damage you're doing to the muscle. The more damage you do, the more opportunity it has to grow. So you want to get as painful as possible. You want to get the burn as crazy as possible. Like if it is a fire, you want to have the biggest fire in all of, it's got to be bigger than the sun. Now we're moving on to bicep, okay? So triceps are good. I'm doing bicep now with this preacher bar curl. I am doing 50s, and I have a strap on my left wrist just because I had surgery on it. So that just kind of makes it not hurt when I'm doing this. But other than that, I'm just keeping it slow and steady and getting that full range of motion. Now, before I used to not like really squeezing at the top because it's really easy to just let it rest, especially like if you just have somebody do this, their subconscious is gonna feel that it's easier to let it rest at the top, so they're gonna want to do that subconsciously. But if you consciously realize that you can take advantage of that peak and squeeze your bicep, it really will flex it. So you can have it at the top and not feel anything, or you can feel everything. You just want to try your best to keep constant tension on the muscle. As I keep on going, it's going to burn more and more, and it will be easier to squeeze my bicep. There will be more blood rush to it, so it will be easier to activate that pump or get close to that failure. So it's starting to burn now. I honestly could have got away with more weight, but it's okay. I will just go slower and more controlled, and eventually I will get there. I can't do this forever. Realistically, there is a point of failure, so just controlling it super slow. And as you see, my bicep kind of becomes more defined, especially at the bottom because there's so much tension. It's so stretched. So like right there, super great. And then as I come up, it kind of helps build that peak. Now you kind of see my bicep flatten a little bit. That's what I mean by you can lose the tension. You just kind of have to be conscious on if you have the tension or not. And if you do, just don't lose it. So I think I did a not bad job. I am really fucking, like right there, you could see my vein popping because that was really close towards the end, like my max, my fatigue. Last angle wasn't the best, so switching it up, doing the same thing, just reaching that failure. It's always just a chase, trying to get not only to failure, but past it. Like just the more past failure you can get, the more results you will achieve. It's just that simple. So It's hard to push yourself when you're alone because you can only push yourself, you know, as far as you're willing to go. And if you have a trainer, like, it really helps you surpass that limit. And really anybody, like, once you understand the mechanics, you can just grow so much and grow somebody else with you equally. So I recommend having a partner. If you work out solo, you can get away with it, but you are missing out on results. So I have been working out with a lot of friends recently, but today was just, you know, by myself, which is fine. I need to be able to get an amazing workout on my own anyways. So just, I like to open my palms like that, and it just kind of like, I don't know, it just, it feels good. I want to say almost gives you less leverage, which in turn is going to be harder, which is better. I know if you like put it out further, like to your tip of your fingertips, it's going to be the absolute hardest. So good set. I'm going to dumbbell curls now. I love dumbbell curls. You can do a lot of different ways, but I like to set it up on this incline, shoulders back, elbows back, and roll the curls. Just do not bring your elbows up. So keeping that elbow right there. And as you notice, I turn my wrist in a little bit to kind of align it with the peak of the bicep. Now I'm dropping it, turning that shit a little bit lower so I get even more of a stretch. That's going to be a little bit harder, so it's a good superset to kind of do this to failure, bring it up, do that to failure, bring it up, do that to failure. But we're just going to do, I think the one set of these, maybe two, but we're doing this till failure. It's really burning. I'm shaking my leg. That's how I express my pain. I gotta just distract myself, I guess. But yeah, it's really burning. I'm trying to hold that contraction, squeeze it, just give up at the very last second, and even past that if I can. Like, it's so hard to fight these mental battles because you can always win and push yourself further. It's just like you gotta keep going, and there's always more. Like, literally, I could take a second break and then get back, maybe do another, take a minute break, and then I can do more than just another. Like, we have incredible regenerative powers as humans, so we need to take advantage of that. We need to damage our muscles literally by going hard in the gym, but allowing ourselves to recover, like sleeping really good, feeding yourself good, drinking a lot of water, a lot of good nutrients, and sunlight, and really just everything you put into your body. It will reflect how you feel and how you perform. So we are going back to the dumbbell curls. It's getting really intense, like I said, with the fingertips. If I extend my hand, it just gives me less leverage. And now I'm supersetting it into hammers. So hammers, I find, I had to shake it out. I couldn't hold it any longer. I remember that's how painful it was. And I'm doing a voiceover a little bit later. But anyways, we are going to be going into the hammer curls and just pushing ourselves past failure. Because I couldn't do any more normal what the hell did I just say? Any more normal curls, but we can do hammers. So I like to superset with those. I'm really trying to push myself here. I go ahead and do it. Get a couple of extra squeezes. Am I done? Hell fucking no. Wait, no. I lied. I'm fucking done. I'm a pussy. Anyways. Oh, wait, hold up. Psych, I lied. I just looked forward. I kept going. I convinced myself that I quit like a pussy. But no, we still going. We just stood up. So let's go. I'm doing the hammer standing up. Just trying to push myself. And it's starting to burn, but not enough. Like, I feel like I can do this all day. So what do? I see my friend Jake. I say, yo, Jake, will you come spot me? Come add resistance. So let me cut to that.
Can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Could you, like, add resistance?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. How much do you want?
Just, like, match my energy.
Okay.
So yeah, I meant to say resistance, but energy I guess works. I had him push down, and I honestly could have had him push down more, but I just kind of squeezed the actual dumbbells so I would activate my bicep as much as possible. And you see, I start shaking, losing leverage. I'm going down, which is good. I'm forcing failure, which, like I said, is just so much easier with another person.
Perfect.
That seems horrific.
It's so much better with the squat, dude.
Now we're going to standing up dumbbell curls. We already got a pump going, feeling a little vascular. I'm not gonna lie, like recently I've been getting more vascular because I've been cleaning up my diet, and I've been just trying to get lean and just eat healthy, eat organic, and try to stay in a deficit. It's definitely super hard, but a nice pump going after, the work you put in. Once you put in a little bit work and achieve a pump, it kind of is like a motivation feedback loop, and instills you to keep going. So here I am. I'm trying to get more of a pump. I want more vascularity, more growth. So I'm just squeezing to my absolute limit. Can't go anymore. Now I got triceps and biceps out of the way, so I'm finishing off with forearms. Now, I sleep on forearms more than I should, but I noticed one day when I was just fucking around with some dumbbells, I think it was my home pair actually, that you can engage all parts of your forearm depending on the orientation of your grip. So here I found a little kind of routine where you just kind of get all of that variation. I'm getting the front of my forearm, the back of it, in between. I even have learned some other ones that I do where I'll like rock it back and forth just for like the front and back, but really just rotating that dumbbell and controlling the weight, you will feel everywhere it activates. So it's definitely a good one. I like to do it. Definitely need to do it more often. So it is burning more and more. I really like, I don't know why I sleep on forearms, really. Like, it's what it's gonna show in most clothing, and if you have like sick forearms, like everybody knows, like you have an awake build at that point. I'm finishing off the arm day with this great timed forearm exercise that my good friend Zach Hair showed me. So what it is just rotating it one way, and then after a certain amount of time, you rotate it the other way, and just try not to drop it. Take pauses if you need to, but I fucked up. I added too much weight, so I didn't make the minute both ways like I usually do, but I went as long as my forearms let me, and then I did more without the weight, so just the bar, just 45 pounds. But it's so hard. It really burns, like especially if you do forearm beforehand, just like I did. But you could go straight into this, do a minute each side, and in 2 minutes you'll have a nice little forearm pump. So I'm going faster here, and what I've learned is faster makes it easier, so it's better to go slow. But like, if it comes down to it, just keep that up however you can. I usually do a minute with just the bar, so I guess I didn't do too bad with 65 instead of 45, but I definitely had a fold and dropped the weight. But I really tried pushing myself. That's what matters. As long as, like, here, I didn't even know I was going to pick it back up, but I did, and I'm glad I did, because I know I had more in me. This is proof, and I chose to get more out. So looking at the recording, it was a minute 30 seconds, so I was 30 seconds short, didn't reach time. So going again with just the bar, trying to redeem myself, making up for what I didn't achieve. So I'm gonna do this for, here, let me check real quick. So it looks like I did this for a minute, which isn't bad, but looking forward, I also did something else. So I'm glad I kept pushing myself. I kept going further. So I'm not gonna lie, I dropped it a couple of times just because like I got to that point, like right there, I wanted to so bad, but I didn't fold, and then I fold. I I had to get it out. It was in there, it was burning, but it's good. It's a good pain. So now I'm just trying to keep going, just enduring, and I had to sit down. Like, I'm at that point, which is just great place to be at. You can't just do one curl and then be at fatigue. Like, you have to earn that place, and to be at this amount of fatigue, Like, you worked so hard just to get here, and now you can make the most of it. So I finished off with a couple forearm curls, and it was a great pump.